What's up, mighty boys and girls, it's your Ranger Boy here, and welcome to a short trailer analysis / breakdown of the latest, trailer of upcoming future episodes. I'll be honest here, I didn't actually want to make a video because there wasn't really anything that was worth mentioning. But many of my subscribers are still asking me about my opinion, so like always, I gave in to you guys and let's just get this over with. So, if you want to know more, if you want to know my opinion, then grab some popcorn, grab some cookies, and let's do this. One of the reasons why I didn't think that a video about this was really necessary was because the trailer structure-wise is pretty simple. The first half is Ash and GOU versus Zapdos in a legendary raid, and the second half of the trailer can be summed up as Pokemon Sword and Shield, the game. I will tell you guys what I mean by that later on, but first, let's talk about the Zapdos raid battle and the details that I have analyzed by watching the trailer. This will be a battle against Zapdos where not only Ash and GOU will be heavily involved with it, but also both Leon and Raihan! Oh, my boy! Anyway, one of the things that stood out in this trailer is that for the majority of the trailer, only action scenes of Ash and GOU have been shown against Zapdos, while on the other hand, both Leon and Raihan seem to be more of a support role rather than taking the main spotlight. And speaking of spotlight, it also seems that the spotlight will be rather on GOU than on Ash, because as you can see, GOU will achieve Dynamax. On the one hand, I'm really happy that GOU will achieve Dynamax because that will take him one step closer of actually being a competitive battler and possible future rival of Ash, which I have predicted. And in the Flygon episode, he showed how much potential he has as a battler, with lots and lots of creativity and unpredictability. But on the other hand, this kinda confirms my little concern about GOU and especially his overall development. It just comes out of nowhere. Just think about it. Not even a month ago, this guy's main shtick was to just catch Pokemon, and he did basically nothing else. I mean, sure, he was convincing against Golurk, but that was also only because of the help of Ash's Dragonite. But then suddenly, 3 weeks ago, he utterly destroyed and outsmarted a Flygon by himself with only his Sobble and his Reboot. And a week later, he showed guts against Kiawe. And now, after this sudden change in both attitude and skills, he then gets a Dynamax band. The same power that so far has been showcased by experienced trainers like Ash, like Leon, Lance, and Raihan. And now a rather unexperienced trainer like GOU has it. Again, I'm really happy for GOU, but everything for him, as much as I like him, it's all so sudden and with barely any explanation whatsoever. And honestly, I'm a little bit worried about the guy. Man, I actually didn't want this video to be so long, but this one scene right here kinda bugs me in the wrong way. But then again, it could be all because of Corona. Thanks to COVID-19, we didn't have the Journeys anime for 6 weeks, which equals 6 episodes. Within those 6 episodes, we could have had an actual kind of mini arc for GOU, where he discovers his sudden passion for battling, and from that point on, he watches Ash more closely, and first he copies him like he did in the Flygon episode, but then later on he realizes that he has to discover his own style, which is a very similar realization that May had to go through. The rest of the first part are numerous scenes and action scenes of different kind of Pokemon. And hey, Meowth having Dynamax! So was I too early to judge GOU's achievement? Is this Alola all over again, where every random person gets an OP move? Not really. If you look at the surrounding of this scene, you can tell that there's a lot of destruction and a destroyed arena, which indicates that this scene will happen during the Darkest Day story, which I will talk in depth later on. And in my opinion, Team Rocket's Meowth will gain Dynamax by accident, just like Pikachu did in episode 13, where he stepped on a crack caused by destructions of the stadium surroundings. The same like in this Meowth scene. Anyway, let's talk about the obvious second part, which is the Darkest Day storyline, which I previously called Pokemon Sword and Shield, the game. And why did I call it like that? Well, you know, one of the reasons why I love the anime is because most of the time it's so much more different compared to the games. That not only applies to the story in itself, but also to each and every character, including the villains and their story. For example, our Team Rocket is not the same Team Rocket in the games. Same goes for Team Aqua and Team Magma. Team Galactic is, in my opinion, a weird one, because from a character and goal point of view, it's basically the same, but at the same time, it's kinda a weird mix between Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, where Galactic leader Cyrus summons Palkia and Dialga like in the Diamond and Pearl games, but then he enters the Distortion Realm like in Platinum, but without the influence of Giratina like in Platinum. Then we never see him again, Like, it's all a little bit confusing. And like I said, Team Galactic in the anime is kinda the same and kinda not. Anyway, back to topic. And from a character point of view, it's very similar to Game N, but their story couldn't be more different. Anime Team Flare is different from Game Team Flare, and especially Lysander. I mean, both versions of Lysander were nuts and wanted to cause mass genocide of humanity. But anime Lysander, in my opinion, was a little bit more extreme when it comes to his method. And last but not least, we have the Aether Foundation, where Lusamine in the games is a complete psycho with her obsession of her definition of beauty, and anime Lusamine is, you know, she's just fucking adorable. And also in the games, Aether kinda had an association with Team Skull, but in the anime, they have never even talked with each other. So Aether and Team Skull don't really have a connection in the anime. So, why did I mention all this? Because from what I have seen in this trailer in regards of the villain arc, it doesn't really seem to be a variation of the game villains, but it seems to be exactly, and I mean exactly the same as in the game. Everything shown in the trailer heavily implies that it's the same. That after the Darkest Day event is upon us, that the Pokemon then start to Dynamax and Rampage, everything in regards of Chairman Rose from the visual till his overall mannerisms are the same. The fact that Ash and GOU are surrounded by fog indicates that they will travel to the Slumbering Wheels to awaken Zacian and Zamazenta, just like the main player and Hop do in the games. And both the awakening of the legendary Pokemon, Leon's involvement, Sonia's involvement. I mean, when I watched this trailer, everything from this second part seemed so familiar to me, even though I never have seen this trailer before. And that's because it seems to be a direct copy of the game. No real freedom of interpretation, no totally different character or story like we are used to in the past in the anime. It's the same. So as of right now, I can't really tell if it's a good or bad thing, because personally I really enjoyed the Sword and Shield story, but maybe it's just this trailer and in reality this story will be totally different. But as it stands right now, it's the same. And I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm kinda disappointed. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this short breakdown in regards of this new trailer. What is your opinion on both the Zapdos raid and the Darkest Day storyline? Tell me, and just like always, I see you guys in the comments down below. Bye guys!